You see a lot of different things, what's needed, what can be better, what's going well. And for me, finding ways I can impact the game, outside of scoring, outside of, the stuff on offense, or even if it is on offense, like the little things. So, for instance, the offensive rebound, Mitchell Robinson was phenomenal on the boards, so trying to just take one from him and make a play. We had missed a few shots, just trying to make a winning play. We got a good shot in the corner, and then I found Doak, and, that's what it's about. It's not always going to be pretty, but, we competed and we fought, and, that felt like a really good win. It was a really good win, and it felt good as a group because we competed on every level. Even when we gave up the lead, we responded the way we wanted to, and that's really what it's about, just making winning plays.
Where was your competitiveness in terms of just being able to fight back and when the team puts a 24-2 run? Like that's a monster kind of run.
Yeah, they came out. We were up 10. And then they obviously went on that run, and you can go one of two ways, and I think we're at a point now where as a group, we're just looking like, let's just fight, compete, and like I said the other day, when we were losing, we had that same fight, even though we weren't winning games, and you saw the past two games, you're seeing what the competitiveness, the fight, the hunger, the edge, what it looks like in consecutive wins or 3 wins in a row. So that a game like tonight where they go on a 24-2 run, it's easy to say, all right, I'm tired, Bogey's not feeling it, we're all tired, something's going on, and that bench group, man, they came in and first quarter they did it, and then the third quarter they came in and just turned it up to another level, and that's what we need from everybody on the roster.
In the fourth quarter, you guys were able to get some key steals, key rebounds. Is that as much about effort as it is about making the right reads on defense?
Right, it's a little bit of both. Sometimes the effort is there, but sometimes, they hit shots, or sometimes it's an unlucky bounce, when we reacting, to certain things. I think we did a really good job of, like I said, just competing and making it hard. They went on that run and we were competing. We gave up a lead, but just continuing to fight and claw every loose ball. Even when the calls we felt like weren't going our way, being able to stay with it up here. And I gotta take a second to really shout out Doak, man. Like, he is taking this opportunity and ran with it. He's fighting, he's competing. Yeah, Mitchell had 19 and 21, but he was fighting for every board, trying to block shots, trying to scramble, trying to do every little thing to win. And when you see a guy that, he's fighting and clawing, and we kind of, I'm not gonna lie, he was the trendsetter with that for us. He just continuously making extra plays, and I'm real happy for him. I'm proud of him. We laugh and joke. He got off a rebound, and I've never seen him get so angry at himself. And I'm like, that's the tenacity that he had when he was at Kansas. And he's showing that's who he can be. And he's running the floor, setting screens, getting flat, blocking shots, communicating, talking too. Like, he's telling me where to be. That's just another level. And I'm really happy for him, man. He's really doing his thing.
I was going to ask, he didn't get off to the strongest start in the game, but it seemed like as the game went on, he really kind of picked it up. What's the key? What did you see him doing differently today?
It's easy, when a guy has 9 offensive rebounds in the first quarter, it could be like, man, kind of get down on yourself, especially in a situation where you're not typically playing a lot, and then you come in and you feel like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. But he stuck with it. He listened to us. He was vocal. He was making energy plays. And I always tell him, man, if you're gonna mess up, just go mess up and have it be 110%. And you see that, and then he's figuring stuff out, figuring the plays out, learning stuff, learning reads, learning where guys like to pick and roll, and that's tough to come in here after not playing much all year. And then to come in and have to know what Mike does, what Trent does, what I do, what JC does, the coverage, how we're doing this, how we're doing that. And that's a testament to his mental fortitude and finding ways to learn and get better. But, it's easy to kind of get down yourself off when you struggle from the start. But, he's, like I said, the energy he brought tonight, what was he? He was plus 10, right? Yeah, plus 10 tonight. Like, that's huge. It's just being out there, being aggressive, 3 block shots. Like, he was a monster.
You mentioned that you were kind of tired when you were talking to Holly at the end of that game. Is it possible, you've got the steals, you've got the offensive rebound, you made a lot of hustle plays in the fourth quarter. Is it possible to play like that for 48 minutes or I guess 36 minutes?
Yeah, it's just a matter of picking your spots. I took 26 shots, maybe it could be 21. Maybe, I had 4 turnovers. You know, maybe those 10 threes could be 7. You know, there's definitely ways to look at it like that. But, you know, in real time, it's more so just like, okay, this is how you feel. What are you going to do about it? You know, am I going to just sit there and, you know, let my team down? Like when everybody else is fighting, I'm just going to sit there and I'm tired. Yeah, I was out for 2 weeks, but that's not an excuse. You know, making winning plays and just trying to find ways to, one, get back into shape. You know, I'm playing a lot, played yesterday, you know, just trying to get back into shape. But in the same token, it's like, look, I'm out there, my teammates trust me, and I got to go out there and do what I'm supposed to do in any way possible.
Yeah, Doak and Trent and guys like that had a chance to really step up when you guys were shorthanded and play bigger roles. What kind of
Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
Impact?
My mom is calling me nonstop.
No reason.
All right.
What kind of long-term impact has them getting that earlier experience had for you guys, particularly over the last 3 games?
It allows them to be aggressive. You know, it allows them, like I told Trent, especially Trent, I had a conversation with him and it was just like, look, you know, after his career night against Denver, I said, look, when I come back, like, don't change. Like, don't defer. Like, you know, we feed off of that. Like I said, with Doak tonight, we fed off Doak. Like, we feed off of that. Be aggressive, attack, get downhill. They've been doing it. Him, Jared, you know, Doak, like those 3 in particular have been doing it, you know, at a high level. And they're going to continue to get better and better and grow. And it helps when everybody, you know the plays, know where they're supposed to be, and just kind of get into your spots and not really overthinking the game. And I think you're seeing that with Doak, you're seeing that with Trent. But the biggest thing is, you know, it's when you come in at that point, you know, as a young guy, it's kind of like, I don't want to do too much because these guys need the ball or this, whatever. But it's like, the greatest thing about our team is like, yo, like, we want you to attack. You know, if defenses are staring at me, you have the whole side to yourself. Like, you can get a bucket. Like, you know, you're good at that. You can create off the dribble. You can find guys and get guys open. So, you know, when we instill that trust in them, and they're going out there and doing their thing. So then they're going to continue to get better and better.
To your point on Doak, it's one thing to start a game or to play, but another thing to close a game. Is there anything that you saw out of him that was different, or that did you guys have to say anything to him because he had to be out there?
Honestly,
for 10 minutes?
when we said it, it was like it was done. Like, he did it, you know, and I think that just speaks to, like I said, his mental fortitude, because there can be a lot thrown at you, you know, real quick. And even in his first start against Denver at Denver, like, we were throwing a lot of things at him against the MVP, and, you know, he's out there doing it, you know. And like I said, if you're going to make a mistake, you know, just do that 110%, you know, and you can't fault him for that, you know, and he didn't make many mistakes tonight, you know, and is going to continue to get better and better with the opportunity he's given. And, you know, he's been waiting for this opportunity. You could tell, you know, you saw something in his eyes tonight that was kind of like he wants it, you know, and I think that's going to help him. Games like this are going to continue to help, and, you know, there's going to be times where it doesn't necessarily go his way, but continue to stay, you know, locked in, which he has been doing, and, you know, it's been great to watch.
You said that the windmill dunk against the Wizards was disgusting.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Tonight.
I honestly thought I was going to miss tonight, but I had to, you know, make a statement, you know, remind myself that I can't jump that high. But yeah, that was pretty good. You know, I can be better, but that was pretty good.
You talk about like the energy, the vibe, you know, from Eric and Trent and stuff. How about the crowd? You know, following Royce's 3-pointers, you know, your MVP chance. What does that do for you and for the team?
That does a lot for us. You know, it hadn't been that loud in there in a while, so it kind of gave you a playoff vibe, playoff feel, and, you know, that's when we're at our best. You know, it kind of just turns us up to another level when the crowd gets that loud. You know, we feed off of that because, like I said, you guys are tired and dead tired out there, and it's like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna overcome it? How are you gonna continue to step up? And, you know, when the crowd gets like that, you got no choice but to, you know, turn your level up as well, and that's what makes it great.
One non-game question. Got the trade deadline coming up in a few days. And everyone, you know, usually says, I'm just trying to tune it out, trying to focus on doing my job. And then we talked to Joe on Friday, and he's like, yeah, you know, I haven't heard my name mentioned this many times before in my career. It's tough to tune it out when you do start to hear it. So how do you guys kind of deal with that balance, with it being, you know, a few days away and knowing that there are going to be rumors coming out?
Yeah. I can't say from my personal experience, you know, but I think what I've seen, you know, throughout the past 5 years is every player we have, you know, finds a way to just lock in on what they're supposed to do, and I think it's inevitable. You're gonna see it. We all have social media. We all hear things, family, whatever. But, you know, it's just a matter of coming in and doing your job. Like I said, I could have been, I was tired tonight. I could have let my team down and not gave my all. And the same thing goes for something like that. Yes, it's tough. We all go through it, but the biggest thing is continuing to find a way to help the team and just be great at what we do. That's why I say about this group, man. We're just locked in right now in a different level, and we can feel it. And I think that's what makes it a lot easier to kind of ignore everything else.